Hey, welcome to X31 Topic 3 Pundits. I'm your host, John C. Dvorak. I'm here with Andrew Eisner and Joe Engo. And today we're going to discuss a little bit about the rumored Amazon, the new tablet from Amazon, which is going to apparently break the mold of the Kindle and go off in some other direction. The question being whether or not they're going to drop the Kindle.
And they're going to further fragment Android. Because it's a complete fork of Android. It doesn't even, the applications probably won't even be compatible.
But it's like Android isn't already forked, but
well, this is worse. I mean, no, they've taken like 2.2 and they've completely forked it. It's not even.
And 2.2 is an ancient version of Android, too.
So it's totally forked up?
Yeah, it's completely forked. Yeah. I mean, I assume that the APIs are the same for right now.
No jokes, no.
But within the next year or two, guarantee those.
So what? But the point is, people that I know that use the Kindle swear by it because you can speed read books. It's different because you don't have a screen.
Yeah, it's reflective display. Yeah.
And it's also mechanical, so so when you see black, it's not some imaginary black. It's actually literally.
It just has that annoying lag while the bubbles change state. You know, you get like a half a second latency as every time you change the screen.
Well, actually, the newest one is snaps.
It does, okay.
Yes.
All right, well.
But what do you think is going to happen?
So I think Amazon, the Amazon tablet has got a very good chance.
But do you think they're going to drop Kindle?
No, they'll have to.
That would be stupid if they dropped it.
No.
So
there's still a lot of people who want an e-reader.
So they're just going to throw in on the tablet thing just on a lark.
Not on lark. This is a calculated move. I mean, to go and try to steal a lot of market share from Apple, and I think they may succeed. There will be some questions, whether or not a 7-inch tablet is going to be, a new acceptable form factor. In fact, I mean, did you read that Samsung at the IFA announced a 5.3-inch tablet? So
that's too
you're starting
small
to
for a tablet.
see, tablets of all different sizes.
I have a phone that's a pretty nice tablet, 4 inches or whatever. Yeah.
So the fact is, though, that Amazon has got the content, and they've got the movies, they've got the books, they've got the TV shows, they've got everything you want to watch.
$250 they'll probably sell quite a bit of them. I mean, that's for sure. But the fact that they're going to fragment Android is going to be really bad for Android.
I don't think that's going to matter as long as it runs Android apps, as long as it runs Angry Birds.
But right now the APIs are probably the same. But in a year or two's time, the APIs are going to be totally different. Now Android developers, not only they could be developing for all these different style phones.
Probably just a tweak.
What's that?
It's probably just a tweak.
Yeah.
Well,
so, okay,
I mean,
you're an Android developer.
Yes,
yeah, but you're
even
let's say in the future, you're an Android developer. You got your big market here. You develop some code. They say, it's doing really well. We can hire a couple more guys. Can we tweak it and move it so it runs on the forked Android over here on Amazon? You'd probably decide to do that. And Amazon, of course, would probably want to centralize the apps amongst themselves so they can kind of profit from it, their own store. I don't know that.
Sure, it's possible
is this a
for
big
larger
deal?
developers.
I don't think it's a big deal.
It's not a huge deal because the majority of these developers are small developers. Small developers are not going to be able to buy.
You give them an audience and they'll develop for anybody. I mean,
well, sure, but a lot of these, like Angry Birds, the company's pretty small. It's like only like 6 or 7 employees or something like that. It's really, really. Sure, they've probably expanded by now, but a lot of these companies, they start off really small. They can't afford to buy all these different tablets or devices to actually test all their code on. Then you're going to have stability issues when you're trying to port it to all these different platforms.
I don't buy it. And I'll tell you why, another reason why is because of Amazon. And Amazon will have a store. In fact, I think it's really a good thing for Android apps to have a body like Amazon sort of policing the apps. I mean, that's one of the problems, that there have been a lot of, concern about malware in Android apps. And
from the App Store perspective, I agree with you. But from the OS perspective, I don't.
Yeah.
Because you're going to have apps that are going to be unstable because they're going to work on one platform, not going to work on the other, and it's just.
So what would you have liked?
As a developer, I've gone through this many times.
What would you?
Yeah, but the developers always go through this. Every time a new version of Windows comes out, and somebody developing for the newest version, they have to see if it's backwardly compatible. So they have to have all these machines running all these different versions, and they have to check and check and check. In fact, one time I was in Indonesia at a mall, and there was one of those software stores there where you buy anything you want for $1 or $2. They had a disc that you could get for $5. It was a DVD with every version of Windows since 1.0, or DOS since 1.0, and all the Windows versions on this thing. And that would be like a very handy tool for somebody who's developing, so you can just, we got to fix it. This is nothing new.
No, I'm not saying that it's new. It's just a real pain in the ass for developers. I mean, IE right now is still a huge problem for developers because every single time they have to write some CSS, they got now I got to make it work in IE 6. Now they spend 60% of their development time just trying to make it work in one older version.
Well, we'll see. In 6 months, we'll see. But I predict
it's not going to be 6 months. It'll be about a year or two.
I predict that the Amazon tablet, whatever it's called, the Kindle tablet, is going to be one of the hottest gifts this holiday. I think you pegged it. The whole thing about tablets is price. Once they break that $300 price range, you saw it happen with the touchpad. People bought these stupid touchpads because they didn't even want them, but they bought them just because it's $99.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, that shows how pathetic the American consumer is.
Yeah.
Fact of the matter is, if you're going to get a tablet for someone for Christmas, spend the extra money and get an iPad.
The fact that you said that is scary.
Yeah, that is true.
It's a fact. I mean, this is the leading. It is the definitive tablet. So why would you buy anything else? I mean, I'm sure Amazon will be competitive, but I don't know. Until somebody shows me something better than an iPad, I'm not.
Well, we'll see. I tend to agree with you. The iPad is, the one that everybody wants. But I think that if anybody can give Apple a run for their money, it'll be the Amazon with the Amazon tablet.
Yeah, maybe. You've been watching X3.